The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anything But Freakin Rasslin. This is the show where Jeff Lane and myself cover all aspects of life, entertainment, music, TV, you name it, we talk about it. Anything but freaking wrestling. But somehow, you know, Jeff always brings up wrestling somehow or another, so we're forced to talk about it. Right, Jeff?
Yes, it's always my fault.
Yeah. Jeff, listen, let's just take care of the business real quick. Bro, the plaque. Jeff, tell them about this plaque. You beat a Vanna White for the plaque, bro, this time. Tell them about this plaque.
Well, if I'm talking, they're not going to be able to see it.
Ah, son of a gun. All right, here's the plaque. This is the original members of TNA. This was taken like 7 or 8 years in. All the people in this plaque that were original members of TNA were given the plaque. Everybody signed the plaque on the bottom. That's what that red card is. Some of the people on here, Amazing Red, Beer Money, AJ Styles, Shane Douglas, The Landscape Has Changed, Abyss, Eric Young, Road Dogg, Vince Russo, Mark
Johnson,
Donnie West, The Professor, this is my favorite couple in the world, Dixie and Jeff Jarrett, JB, Rudy Charles, 1, 2, 3, Raven, Andrew Thomas. These were the original members of TNA. If you were in this photo, you personally got this plaque. Listen, I'm telling you guys, this thing weighs like 20 freaking pounds. I mean, it's so well made. Everything's engraved. What we're doing is we're auctioning this off with the proceeds going to the Jeffy Fund. That's Jeff Lane. In order to give Jeff a little payday for all his contributions to the brand. Send in a bid if you're interested in this, if you're a collector, especially a TNA fan. If you're a TNA fan, the only people that have this basically are the people in the picture. So just go to officialvincerusso@gmail.com. Right now, the highest bid is at $600. You got to pay for the bid plus shipping. I'll find out exactly what the shipping costs. And we have about 8 more days to bid on this. So again, if you're a TNA fan, a collector, I mean, literally, I think probably about 50 of these exist out there in the world. So it's available to you, a piece of wrestling history, especially now with AJ, all the hoopla around AJ Styles now. This could be yours. All right. Jeff, I want to talk about kayfabecommentary.com and their new series, Raven's Wrestler Rescue. This is where the wrestler Raven goes out and rescues independent workers. He takes people from the indie scene, gives them a gimmick, a new costume, finishing moves, helps them with their promos, totally repackages them, then puts them back out on the road. Oh, bro, this is beautiful live, Ed Ferrara. Hold on. Fast Eddie Ferrara.
No, this is Eddie Ferrara's machine.
Listen, Eddie Ferrara's phone. Bro, listen, I'm talking to you while I'm recording a podcast, so don't curse with your filthy mouth. Okay, listen, I got to ask you a couple of questions, Ed.
Okay.
Bro, Chris Jericho was on Flair's podcast, right?
Okay.
And he told the story that while he was still working at WCW, that he came to Vince's house during a booking meeting. And I was there, and Vince was there, and you were there, and Bruce Pritchard was there, and Shane McMahon was there. And Jericho said that he came to Vince's house while he was still working for WCW. Bro, listen, I know I'm going to be 55 in 2 freaking days, and I know I've forgotten a lot. Do you remember this meeting at all?
No, not at all. And the thing is, I mean, I don't remember meeting Jericho before the first night he was on TV backstage.
I don't.
I've spoken to him before.
Yeah, bro. I don't. I had spoken to him before on the phone. We were talking. I don't remember meeting him either. And here, Ed, here's the thing that's blowing my mind. You know, you and I were there, bro. You know, what was that? Yeah, Shane. He said Shane and Bruce were there. But Ed, here's the thing, bro. You know how things were between WCW and WWF at the time, bro. Do you think Vince would have freaking put his balls on the line for any kind of lawsuit by having Jericho, a contracted WCW employee, to his house?
I don't think so. I mean, didn't he have some sort of a meeting, like a clandestine meeting with Big Show before Big Show came in?
Yeah. That, and we weren't at that. And I know I know all about that meeting because Vince told us about that meeting. I remember that. But, bro, Jericho said, Shane, Bruce, Vince, me, and you. Bro, I don't remember any such thing.
I don't. I have no memory of that. And unlike you, my memory is far from perfect. I've forgotten more than I remember. But that I would remember because when I think of Jericho, because he came in and we were gone not long after. So I think that, we were backstage with him at Raw like maybe twice, and I never really got to know him, never really worked with him. I mean, I met him briefly that night. I guess we worked a little bit together, but not much.
Yeah,
because you were doing his debut, and I was doing other stuff on that show. But I would remember meeting him. Like, there were very few people that ever came into those booking meetings. Once in a while, somebody else would. I mean, if he had said Terry Taylor, that would be one thing, because Terry was in a lot of those meetings, but Shane was never in on those meetings. Bruce Pritchard was never in on those meetings, unless Bruce had come by because Jericho was coming, but I have no memory of that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why, bro, because I'm like, listen, I'm not saying Jericho's a liar, and we all forget things, bro. I said, but I don't remember that at all. I can't imagine with the way the things were between WCW and WWE back then that Vince would have done that. And I said, bro, if Ed, I think Ed will remember if it happened. That's why I wanted to ask you.
No, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, I don't think, and by the same token, for other reasons, I don't think Vince would have done that because that would have put you and I at risk. That would have made us liable if he did anything like that. That's why we just heard about the Big Show meeting after the fact. But this is news to me because I remember the first time meeting Jericho was backstage at Raw the night he did you.
All right, let me ask you a couple of other questions while I got you on here and we're doing our show.
All right, real quick. I'm getting ready to go to school.
This is real quick. Are you open for a Lost show next week? Sometimes one night next week.
I don't know if I'll be able to, just because it's the last week of the semester. I mean, last week of the month.
All right, but you'll let me know. You'll let me know when's a good time for you.
Okay.
Right?
Well, it's not just so much the show. It's like I would have to do a little bit of research too because I haven't even thought about Lost since the horrible finale.
Okay, can I put that on your just put that on your list to remember?
Put it on the maybe list. Yeah.
Okay. Bro, I got to ask you this. Ed, talk to me. Listen to me, bro, between you and me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, Ed, I'm avoiding this like the plague. And, like, you can sway me either way. It's like it's kind of in your court, right, bro?
All right.
Bro, they want us at this WrestleMania gimmick. And they want us to do a Q&A and the whole gimmick. And you know the whole deal. I told you about that, right, bro?
Are we still recording right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you got something to hide, bro.
No.
All right.
No.
Bro, this is out in the open. We're discussing this with everybody, bro, me and you right now.
I didn't know if that was common knowledge, the thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, it's common knowledge. I've talked about it, bro. Ed, listen, it's a good payday. I get to spend time with you, and we don't get to see each other often. But bro, so like that's the positive about this too is, bro, I want to fly Jeff Lane down there, so Jeff Lane would be there as well. I've never even met Jeff in person, and it's a good little thing for Jeff. I think it's a good thing for Jeff, right? But bro, there's the part of me that's dreading the whole wrestling thing. and being around, all those wrestlers that were there. And like, there's that part of me. Like, I dread that, bro. So like, what it really comes down to, like, do you really, really want to do this?
I want to do it. If you want to do it, if you're up for it, I mean, like you said, it's a nice payday. It would be awesome to get to see each other and get to spend some time together. I'll just remind you of what you told me when you first brought it up, which was the last time you did this, you were feeling the same way. You were dreading it.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be an awesome experience for you, and you loved it. You were on such a high when you got back from that. So keep that in the back of your mind and consider it. But that said, if you're not into it, if you don't want to do it, if you're kind of if you're just not stoked to do it, then why put yourself through that?
Yeah,
but
don't
feel like you got to do it for me.
Yeah.
But because
But Ed, what you just said was right. I was feeling the same way last time, and I had a good time when I was there. What am I, Debbie Downer, bro? Ed.
Because I'm not you.
No, I said, what am I? Am I Debbie Downer, me?
No, you're not Debbie Downer. You're not Debbie Downer. You're just. I get the same way. I get all psyched to do something, and I agree to do something, and then I get to right before doing it, and I'm like, oh, why did I ever say I was going to do this? Why did I say I was going to do this? I'd rather just be home playing my PlayStation or watching TV or reading a book. So, but and again, it's only going to be what 48 hours tops.
No, not even, bro. I think we get there like on a Friday night, and we're out Saturday by like 5 o'clock.
Well, that seems pretty clean and easy.
Yeah.
That seems pretty clean and easy. I mean, it would be good if they flew us in Friday night with enough time for us to hang out a little bit Friday night, because that's the thing. It would suck if we did this and we were so busy doing other things, obligations, that we didn't have any time to really visit with each other. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, hey, well, I don't want to do famous last words, okay? So I'll just say you were dreading it last time, and now we're back to that point in the cycle again. So just remember how it worked out last time.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna call the guy today. I got to call Charlie today. All right, bro. Go to school, but you don't remember that meeting, right?
What?
You don't remember that meeting, right?
No, I have no memory of that. Like I said, the only time I remember meeting with Jericho was backstage of that. Now, again, I'm like you. Maybe it did happen, and I just don't remember it. But I have no memory of that, especially with the mention of Shane was there and Bruce Pritchard was there. Maybe it happened, but I have no memory of that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, bro. Listen, I'll catch up with you over the weekend. I'll let you know about all the Mania stuff. Okay.
All right, kid. I'll be here.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ed.
No problem. Love you, kid.
Love you too, man. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, were you able to hear him?
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Yeah,
okay,
it was very clear.
You see, bro, people like I'm the liar. Like I'm the liar. Did you hear what he said?
Same thing you said yesterday on Lions. So
and Ed's the one that always reminds me of things that happen. That's why I said if it happened, he'll know it happened.
And he had the same genuine reaction that you did about Shane. Because you were like, Shane was never there, and he's like, Shane was never there. So that to me that stands out is if Jericho was there and Shane was there, that would have been two like differences that would have probably made this stick out in your mind, and you would have remembered this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and bro, here's the thing, bro. And Ed does bring up a very good point. Like Vince had a meeting with Big Show. We weren't at that meeting. We knew we weren't even at that meeting. It was Vince and Show. So the fact of the matter is, bro, when you really think about it, if Jericho's still under contract with WCW at the time, the more people that are at this meeting, that's why I don't, listen, I'm not going to call Chris Jericho a liar. And I don't know, maybe he's getting it confused with something, bro, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
What good timing on that call, man.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. See, everybody can see like that. I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. And I'm telling you, that doesn't even bother me. You know what kept me up all night? That freaking idiot Davari.
I forgot to send you the video. Did
this guy think like that wasn't going to get back to me? Did he think that he was just going to put that out there and it was never going to get back to Vince Russo? I mean, bro, saying you put your hands on me is a completely different freaking story. The fact that this imbecile dreamed this scenario up in his head, that he's telling it on freaking shows, thinking it's never going to get back to me. What a freaking idiot, bro.
I'll have to remember to send it to you.
First of all, bro, what the guy has to understand is if he ever would have put his hands on me, he would have been fired on the spot because he was not valuable. He wasn't making or breaking TNA, bro. If he would have ever put his hands on me right then and there, he would have been done. That pissed me off more than anything all night, bro. All right, let's get back to this, Jeff.
I don't think you took care of business.
Yeah, Ravens Wrestler Rescue. The DVD is available on kayfabecommentaries.com, or you could see it on demand. www.shootinterviews with an S, shootinterviews.com, and also hopefully later today, Glenn and myself are going to critique the Vampiro interview, which is entertaining as heck, bro. I mean, I had even my wife said, you sounded like you were having a good time on that podcast, bro. The guy is claiming that he witnessed luchadors effing chickens and cows. First of all, is it humanly possible to eff a chicken? Jeff, can you hear me?
Dude, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were talking to me. I was finding the video for you.
Oh, bro, what video? The Davari thing?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you're gonna really piss me off.
I found it. You don't want me to send it to you?
Send it to me. No, don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. Don't send it. It'll piss me off, bro. It'll push me over the edge. See, bro, that right there is proof that I'm not lying. Am I gonna get upset about something that happened? That never effing happened. Ever. No wrestler ever put their fingers on me. Ever. All right, bro.
What was the question? I totally spaced.
The question is, one of Vampiro's thing was when he was in Mexico, he witnessed luchadors effing chickens and cows. Okay, now, bro, first of all, is it even humanly possible to eff a chicken? Can a grown man now? I know some of those luchadors are small. Man, I don't know. Maybe it was Max Mini or something. I don't know. Is that even possible for a man to eff a chicken?
I have no idea. But I want I saw the show with you and Disco, which will be going up soon for the VIPs. But that wasn't what stuck out to me. What stuck out to me was if they were doing this, they just did it in front of people. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna F this chicken. All right. Like
well, bro, then you got the cow scenario. Like, how would you even know how to F a cow? I would have to assume, bro, you'd have to F the cow from behind. I would guess, right? First of all, bro, think about how tall a cow is off the ground.
Maybe they have a step ladder.
Well, then you'd have to use like a step stool, bro. I mean, think of the vision of this. Maybe him and Davari should do an interview together. You know what I'm saying, bro?
That'd be good stuff. Good stuff.
Bro, Davari and the Pierce should do a video together. All right, listen, can we talk about everything but freaking wrestling?
Yes.
All right, I want to say
before we start, I just want to correct myself.
All right.
I misspoke on yesterday's VIP section of Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt. I said Alicia Fox was 36. I was thinking of Rosa Mendez. Alicia Fox is only 29, so don't send me any hate.
I thought that. So, bro, when you say, I think you said 35.
Yeah, 35 or 36. I was thinking of Rosa Mendez.
I was like, bro, there's no way Alicia Fox is that, but I didn't want to correct you on the show.
Yeah, she's only 29. Okay. I was thinking of Rosa Mendez, who doesn't look 35 anyway, but that's who I was.
And bro, everybody needs to keep in mind today should be the 23rd. 8 days, $3.95 a month to join the brand. I'm telling you, bro, it's less than $1 a week for crying out loud. You got till the end of the month. Just go to VinceRussoBrand.com, the code word brand. Did you see the Galifianakis show?
No, I have the DVR set to record it when it reruns, but it doesn't rerun till next Thursday. It plays the new episode, and then it reruns the one that just played. So I got both of those set.
Bro, you probably don't know this, Jeff. I was surprised to see this. You know, he created that show with Louis C.K., the two of them.
Wow, I didn't know that. I've never seen that.
Very funny show. Very, very funny show. And bro, you know what was hysterical to me? His character is the name is Buckets. He's a clown. Baskets, bro. I keep saying Buckets. It's Baskets, bro. Guess who plays his mother?
I don't know. I haven't seen
Louis Anderson, which I thought was incredible, bro. Can you imagine me pitching to John Gabor? Yeah, we're gonna do this scene, and a guy is gonna be so and so's mom. Like, can you imagine, bro? Louis Anderson is his mother, and it's freaking hysterical, bro. It's hysterical, man. It's so good. It's a very good show, bro.
Yeah, you weren't the only one. A couple other people told me that it's hilarious. So yeah. I'm like, all right, I better check this out. And bro, it's only a half an hour too, so it's not that difficult to add.
Bro, it's this simple. If you like Zach Galifianakis, you'll love the show. Like, you could tell he wrote it for himself, and it's just him. And bro, the thing I liked about it too is, bro, listen, I just got off of watching that Sunny thing, and bro, you don't understand the ski lodge gimmick.
Okay, yeah, I saw
Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
Jeff, you don't understand. When I'm watching television with my wife and stuff like that comes on, I get so much freaking heat. Now, keep in mind, bro, my wife never watches Philly, so she's watching it with me. So now she's thinking, oh, I'm a big fan of the show because all the episodes are like this.
This is I don't remember any other episode of the show where they showed sex,
God,
like,
bro.
and all. I mean, just like that. I was like, this looks like a porno. Like, they've never done that from my recollection of all the episodes.
Oh my God. And I'm sitting there watching that with her, bro, and I'm freaking cringing. But my point, bro, there are some edgy shows on FS and FXX. Bro, the Galifianakis show, clean as a whistle. Clean. I mean, it's just straight Galifianakis comedy. It's like there was nothing sexual. I mean, I don't know if future episodes will be that way, but very, very clean, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, somebody
really got me interested on it.
It's great.
I think it might have been Ryan DiBiase that was tweeting that it was funny.
Very good, bro. Very good. And bro, somebody was trying to tell me that, oh, Vince, you didn't get the joke with It's Always Sunny. They were doing like a montage to 80s ski movies. And no, bro, I got the joke, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah, that I would have to say. I probably laughed the least in that episode of any that I can remember.
Yeah, it freaking wasn't funny, bro. Remember when Michael Scott made the Spy movie?
Yeah,
and the whole episode was around. That was funny. That was funny.
Even when Sonny did the Lethal Weapons one.
Yeah, the Lethal Weapons were funny. It wasn't. I got the joke, bro. It just wasn't funny to me. All right, bro. What do you got? What do we got for Anything But Wrestling?
All right, I just want to cover something I discussed last week because I was so excited for this. The Super Bowl I replay. Okay, we talked about this last week. NFL Network got all the footage. They were finally airing Super Bowl I for the first time since it aired. I shut it off after 20 minutes. They had 7 guys in the studio, okay, talking over the entire game.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't watch it. Oh,
yeah, they had the game in one screen. They had the studio guys in another screen. They're talking over the commentary. They're talking the whole time. It was so annoying. I just wanted to sit there, watch the game. You know what I mean? Listen to the commentary.
What was the point of that, bro?
I don't know, but everybody ripped it. Like, Twitter was exploding. Other sports news sites ripped it apart. Keith Olbermann ripped it apart. It was just awful. There's a rumor that they are supposed to be re-airing it now without the studio people, so I hope that happens because I really wanted to see it. But man, I was so disappointed in that.
Yeah, I would love to hear the theory behind that, bro. Did they think people weren't going to watch it because it was in black and white? I mean, I'd love to know what the thought process was. You know,
one of the reasons they said is I guess the time between plays was cut out. So when the guys are in the huddle and stuff, there was no footage of that. It was just play, 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 play. They thought people would get confused or something. I don't know. But listen, I'm not a big Chris Rose fan anyway. But he's talking over the entire thing with these other guys, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear this. I want to watch the game. So,
bro, you know what's so weird that I started catching myself doing the last couple of times? Every time I do this, and every time we do this, we don't realize we're doing it, bro. I'm doing it right now. When we're talking, we're looking down in the corner of the screen at the little picture of each other.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
And I'm like, I keep seeing myself looking down the corner of the screen when I should be here. Yeah, I'm a broadcast professional over here, bro.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I don't know why. Yeah,
bro. Let me. Right now. I got. Let's go tit for tat. I'll take one. Okay, bro. I got to tell you something, man. And maybe I'm totally off base with this. This whole hoopla, bro, with people boycotting the Oscars because it's racist.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this though, bro. But I'm just going to throw this out there. Jada Pinkett Smith was the first one. Then Spike Lee, who I'm a huge fan of, bro. I mean, Do the Right Thing is one of my top 5 movies. I love that freaking movie. Boycotting the Oscars because I think out of 40 actors and actresses or whatever, there wasn't one, black person that was nominated. This, that, and the other thing. And bro, I got to tell you, whereas I hear them. And, bro, I don't know the people that are voting or the people in the academy. I don't know who these people are. But, my God, bro, I find it so hard to freaking believe that in 2015, people are literally sitting around, having meetings and deciding to shut out black people to winning an Oscar because they're black. I have such a freaking hard time. Some guy on Twitter, just yesterday, bro, started, having the racist conversation with me. And I had to explain to this guy, do you understand that my job depended on ratings? I could have cared less if you were a female, if you were Mexican, if you were black, if you were an alien, if you were a Puerto Rican, if you were Japanese. I could have cared less. If you were good, you were going to be on the show. My job was to get ratings. So yes, I loved Farouk, and I loved Mark Henry, and I loved D'Lo Brown, and I loved Booker T, and I could go on and on and on. But this guy was actually convinced that there was some kind of, management is sitting around in the back having this big discussion that black people are only allowed to go so far. It's ridiculous. That never existed in the wrestling business that I was in it, not for a day, not for a minute. People tried to call me a racist because I talked about a communication barrier between Mexican wrestlers and the United States fans. That was my point. That because of that, I was a racist. First of all, that did not exist in 20 years that I was in the wrestling business. Number one. Number two, bro, with this academy thing, God, I just find it hard to believe that they're sitting around and, don't give Will Smith the vote because he's black. I mean, Jeff, I don't want you to get into it, but can you believe that for a second?
I don't know. I mean, I know there's still people like that. It's not a dead issue. If there's people like that on the Oscar committee, obviously they need to be removed. So, I mean, who knows? The reason why I don't want to get into it is because when you got hot button issues like politics or religion or racial issues,
I agree with you.
There's one side or the other, and I got it from both sides. Let's take 2 instances with people with being racist, like Havoc and Hogan. Okay, right. I defended Havoc. I said she was young and stupid at the time. She's older and mature now. I think she deserves a second chance to prove she's not like that. I got blasted in emails from people. Then with Hogan, I said the opposite. I said Hogan was 50-some years old. I feel like if he said this in private, that's probably that what he really thinks. I don't buy the he's sorry stuff. And I got blasted for that too. So it doesn't matter which side you take. People get upset. I will say this. If that is going on, if there's people on the committee that won't vote for somebody because they're black, they need to be removed. The Oscars should be the best people up for the awards, no matter what color they are or what, whatever the deal is. The best people should be up for the awards.
Yeah. And supposedly the person like, one of the head honchos, and that's the funny thing, bro, one of the head honchos of the Oscars who happens to be black, basically said, okay, well, if people feel this way, we're going to look into, if changes need to be made, which is a good thing. But I would just hope that's not the freaking case, bro. I mean, come on, man. And then I hate when people freaking bring it up. Like, I still get that all the time, bro. Like, oh, yeah, I was a racist. Bro, on my very first day, I put the tag team titles on Rey Mysterio and Conan. That's what a racist guy I was. I just can't stand the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who cares? If they're talented, they're talented. It drives me nuts. Okay, let's get on the next thing. So it's your turn.
Okay. Big news for us. Scream Queen season 2 official. All the information I've seen is they've released that it's going to be set in a hospital. And that it's likely that some of the cast will be back. That scared me because I'm in love with the cast. I'm in love with the characters. You know what I mean? I don't want to start fresh with new people. So I'm like, okay, if excuse me, wow. If certain people,
what the heck was that, bro?
A slight burp. Yeah. That snuck up. That was a coffee burp. But then Emma Roberts tweeted Chanel's back, bitches, which really made me happy because she has to be on the show.
She has to be on the show. Right. It's like when they took Michael Scott off The Office.
Right. Yeah. So she's there.
That's all
that appeases me enough right now. Obviously, I want Niecy Nash back as the cop. I want number 5 back, number 3 back. Jamie Lee Curtis, any of these people that can come back, I would love to have them all back. Maybe they don't want to come back. They're doing something else. Who knows? But the fact that Emma Roberts is back gives me excitement for season 2. So I'm really excited.
God, I'm really excited, bro, just as a writer to see what they do with it. Like, where do you take that show, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I just think that the key thing with the show is the humor. I think the case but they really wrote a really good case.
Yeah.
So I think even the case could be ridiculous as long as that humor is still there. I think it's going to be successful.
Yeah, so. Good for them. Good for them, bro. Bro, speaking of like new shows, I swear to God, I fall into the trap because I'm always freaking talking about it because it just drives me crazy, bro. They gave Khloe Kardashian a television show now, Khloe, and it's called Cocktails with Khloe, and she brings like Yenta friends in and a guest, and they just sit there and Yenta and BS for like an hour. And bro, where is this? I think, bro, I actually think this is on. Oh, it's on FYI. It's on FYI. Bro, Khloe Kardashian, Cocktails with Khloe. Like, can somebody like explain to me what is Khloe Kardashian's talent? Like, what if somebody has a talent? I don't have a problem with it. What exactly is her talent that she has a television show? But bro, and also let's remember this though, which I love. I love this, bro. Remember, Kris Jenner got a trial talk show that got the kibosh after like 3 episodes. Nobody wants to see Kris Jenner do a talk show. Kris Jenner is a nobody. She's a nobody. What is Khloe Kardashian's talent that she's got her own talk show, bro?
I couldn't tell you. I remember she was on she was a host on the X Factor for a season.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a season, bro. I don't think it was a season. I think it was a couple of episodes and it didn't work out.
Yeah, so I don't know.
They know so little about TV, Jeff. Her and her buddies and stuff, and Kendall was on the show, her sister or whatever. Bro, the whole time they're all talking over each other. So you can't hear what anybody is saying. Like, they don't even know to lay out and let somebody talk. They don't even know that. And a freaking producer, of course, it's FYI, a producer isn't even stepping in and saying, you know what, when somebody else is talking, you really need to lay out so we can hear what they're saying. The whole show, they're talking over each other, and she's drinking her little cocktail with a big fat ass. Bro, oh my God. I can't stomach this. And while I'm on this, bro, because it's one of my notes too, I swear to you, bro, you have to do this. You have to do this. The Kardashians are in a new season. Jeff, you got to watch 5 minutes of it. Because, Jeff, you know how we were just talking about baskets?
Yeah.
And, you know, he went to clown college. Bro, the more shit that Kimmy gets shot in her lips, she's looking more and more like a clown. She looks like a clown, bro. It's freaking comical, bro. Again, this is a parody of itself. Like all these women in Hollywood and Beverly Hills that have all this money and go through all these beauty treatments, and all of a sudden they look like freaking ridiculous statues. Bro, when did women get the idea that shooting fat into their lips is an attractive thing? How did that whole mess start?
I don't know. Remember what it did to Farrah Abraham?
Oh my God, bro!
Like she had that huge, like so it looked like somebody clocked her right in the mouth. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these celebrities, they feel like as they get older, they're losing their appeal, so they will do anything they can to not look older. That's what I feel like. It's got to be
worse, bro.
Yeah, it does. I agree. You know, I think Renee Zellweger was much prettier before she had all that surgery done. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess it'd be nice to be in their shoes just to see what is going through their head that makes them make these decisions they make. I don't know.
Every time I see her, she looks just more and more like it's a freaking joke. Jeff, I want to ask you this, bro. I want to have a philosophical question with a conversation with you while we're on the subject.
All right.
Okay. Jeff, listen. I did not see the Kim Kardashian sex tape with Ray J. Okay, but I saw clippets of the sex. I saw enough of the sex tape. Okay, I saw enough of the sex tape. Bro, I got to ask you this. Forget about being a celebrity. Forget about a celebrity. You know, like you're a regular guy. Okay, you're a regular guy. Could you marry somebody that has a sex tape like this out there, and the entire world, you know, has seen it and seen what she done, and it's freaking disgusting and it's vile? Could you listen? I get love and I understand love. First of all, I don't think I could ever fall in love with somebody like that. But could you marry somebody like that if this was out there in the world and millions and millions and millions of people have seen it?
Are you talking just like the home movies, or are you talking official porn movies?
I'm talking, well, it was a home movie, but it became an official porn movie. They sold it.
Right. I don't know. It would be tough, I think, knowing that everybody's seen your wife in action. You know what I mean? And everybody's seen some other dude plow your wife.
It's more than plow the wife, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot more than that. Bro, listen, I'm talking about Kanye West, you know, because plus the fact that he's a freaking celebrity.
Well, he also said in an interview when he used to bang other chicks that he'd put her porno on the TV and think about her while he was banging other chicks. Like, to me, that's obsessive and weird. You know what I mean? So, like, he sought her out because of that. So, I don't know. I'm
just telling, bro, I could not. I mean, I'm sorry. With all due respect, if a tape was out there like that, I could not. I could never even. I don't think I could ever date a chick like that, bro.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the case. I mean, and you look at certain people. Why did they do it? Okay, like take somebody like China. You know, would I date China depending on this movie, no, that would make my decision because we all know why China did it. We all know what she went through. She needed the money. So if it's one of those cases with somebody, I think it would be wrong to hold it against them. But I understand, like, it would still be there in the back of my head. Like, man, everybody's seen my wife in action. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to go away, bro. I think I'm compulsive like that. It's just something that I would always be thinking about, you know?
Right.
I was just wondering how you felt about that, bro.
You know, but if Kim Kardashian said, Jeff, I'm going to divorce Kanye and I want to marry you, I would probably have to suck it up.
Ah, bro, you would not marry Kim Kardashian, bro.
Yeah,
you absolutely. No, you would. No, you
I would
wouldn't.
sell out for that.
You would not. You'd sit down and have a 5-minute conversation with her, and that would be the end of it, bro. What's next?
Making a Murderer season 2 may be happening. I've been trying to figure out how they could possibly do this, but this is a quote from one of the producers. She said, and when she said this, I think today marks 4 weeks since the series launched. And what we've managed to do in the past 4 weeks is have several phone calls with Stephen Avery, which we have recorded with an eye towards including them in future episodes. But we have not returned to Wisconsin in the past 4 weeks. As we said before, in relation to this story, the story is ongoing. These cases are open. It's real life, so you don't know what's going to happen. We are ready. If there are significant developments, we will be there, and we are looking at other stories as well. So I mean, if something happens, if somebody's going to hear his appeal, if he gets back into court, I think that would be awesome for them to film all this. Obviously, you know, it took 10 years to make season 1, so they would have to be on the ball and get this thing out quick while it's hot. And I don't know if they could get enough material to make 10 compelling episodes, you know what I mean, without it being filler. But if he gets any traction in this case, if he does get back into court, I'd be absolutely interested in seeing some more episodes of this.
Yeah, bro, listen, I have a note on this too, because there's another development that pertains to wrestling. Have you heard about this, bro?
No.
Okay, bro. Brandon Dassey has a brother, Brad. And the brother Brad was trying to set up for a wrestler to go to jail to visit Brandon. Okay, wanted a wrestler to go visit his brother. Bro, we know, remember Brandon's a big fan of WrestleMania or not. Well, first of all, bro, freaking Sean Waltman online jumps all over this. And, bro, I got to tell you,
he jumped all over it like he wants to do it, or he wants to do
it. He's ready to go see Brandon Dassey. He's ready to go right now, And bro, listen, with all due respect to Sean, I got no heat with Sean. Sean's got no heat with me. But I mean, bro, all the stories we're hearing about, it was a one-sided documentary and all the evidence they had towards Avery, they never showed. And, there being so many holes in this story. I don't know if I would jump to the side of Brandon Dassey like that quickly. I just don't. For all we know, bro, he participated in handcuffing a woman to a bed and killing a woman. For all we know, we don't know. This is not clear cut. And, Sean, bro, Waltman's obsessed with this. He's always talking about this through his Twitter feed. I'm always reading it. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know how he's so convinced that, he's going to, run to jail to see somebody who might have committed a murder. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not that convinced, but bro, listen to this. It caused so much hoopla and so much publicity that they took Brandon out of the prison he was in and put him in a more higher security prison. But I don't know, bro. Are you ready to, throw your 100% reputation on the line that these guys are innocent?
Yeah, that's the thing. If they do get back to court and there's new evidence, what happens if there is proof that he killed her? We can all sit here and say what we think. I think based on everything I've seen, including the Netflix show, all the stuff that's come out afterwards, all the articles, the Dr. Phil, all that stuff. I think Brendan Dassey is innocent. But am I going to say 100% yes, he's innocent? No, absolutely not, because it hasn't been proven that somebody else committed the crime. You know what I mean? So he's in jail for murder. I think he didn't do it, but I'm not going to go out there and say absolutely he didn't do it, because what if I go out there and I make a stand, this guy's innocent, he didn't kill her, then it all comes out that he did with new evidence. What do I look like to Teresa Halbach's family? You know what I mean? Where I'm out here, so I don't know. I'll make a judgment guess. I think if Avery was involved, I don't think Brendan was. That's just my guess. But no, I'm not going to say, yes, I'm going to go visit him in jail because he's innocent, because, I'm not 100% positive he's innocent.
Yeah, I've said a million times, I certainly think there's a reasonable doubt, and that's why he shouldn't have been convicted. But I think there's a reasonable doubt. I don't think he 1,000% didn't do it. So, I mean, I think man, I would love to talk to Sean to find out why he's so convinced to be able to put his reputation on the line like that, because I'm not convinced, bro.
Yeah, and the one thing I think is if he did do it, if he was involved, I still think he was manipulated.
Yeah.
Because of his, mental capacity. He was manipulated by Stephen Avery, if that story is true. So he may still even be sort of a victim in the whole deal, even if he did participate. So that's interesting. Where do you consider, if he thinks he's supposed to be doing what his uncle's telling him to do, or if he willingly knew I'm doing something wrong and I should leave right now, and he decided to do it anyway. So who knows if he crossed that line or not either. It's so interesting. But yeah, I do not 100% believe he's innocent, but if I had to throw money on it, I would bet that he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting. So is he going to go? Has anything developed from this?
No, I mean, I guess since they moved him to a high security prison, I mean, they wouldn't allow this to happen in the first place. You know what I mean?
It's like, so they can't have visitors there?
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I don't know, bro. They just moved him like yesterday. It was even on TMZ. I saw it.
It's nuts, man.
What else you got?
Oh, let's see. Were you ever an X-Files fan?
Bro, I'm not, but my daughter's gotten into it big time. I know she's looking forward to the new show.
Yeah, it starts Sunday night, new show. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 episodes. I saw one of the movies. I'm probably going to check it out. If I'm watching it and I can tell, man, I don't know what's going on because I didn't see the original series, then I'll stop. But I'll give it a fair shake if it's like you don't have to know what happened in the first series. If it's friendly to the people that are coming in fresh, I'll give it a shot. But like this girl that's on The Americans, absolutely beautiful. Her name's Annette Mahendru. She's in it, so I want to check it out just because she's in it. She's so hot, man.
God, so there's a lot of, well, that's Sunday night though too, bro, right?
Sunday night, right. Yeah. I think it comes on right after the NFC Championship game, the first episode.
Man, I would love to know, bro, how did WWE screwed up the Royal Rumble on this? I first of all, I can't believe that company would screw up like that. I mean, it's always, the Royal Rumble is always between the championship games and the Super Bowl, which is a great freaking spot. How did this happen this year?
It's strange. It's absolutely strange. I don't know, like, if they think because it's on demand, it won't affect the numbers. You know what I mean? The same amount of people will watch it anyway if they don't watch it live.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't know. But yeah, it's very strange because if somebody is both a football fan and a WWE fan, you're banking on that you think you have a better product in the NFC Championship game, which, as everybody knows, we don't think that's the case right now. So I don't know, man. I guess we'll see how. I mean, we probably won't know how it affects it because I've never seen the numbers of who watches the Rumble and stuff. But it may affect who watches Raw the next night if they don't watch the Rumble. Yeah,
that's true too, bro. I'm starting to think, and I'm going to say this, and it's not mean-spirited. It's just what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think Mick Foley's got a massive crush on Becky Lynch, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight him. I think for her. I don't know. I'll take him down.
I mean, bro, it started off with him and his son traveled hours to go see Becky Lynch wrestle, and then I'm reading this week, okay, Mick now wants to manage Becky Lynch, and I'm just saying to myself, okay, bro, you got a mad crush on this girl.
And he was texting her. Did you see the one where he was tweet about he was texting her and stuff? Yeah.
Do you know what some of the tweets were?
No, it was either Dewey. I think Dewey tweeted it that his mom said, your dad's texting Becky Lynch right now. It was either him or his sister that tweeted it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll have to fight Foley. I'll fight for my love of Becky
She
Lynch.
is getting she's getting a good little push, bro, which is good for her. I mean, I'm glad for her. You know what I mean? She's getting a good little, she's getting a good little story.
Yeah. I thought she cut a good promo this week. It looked like somebody worked with her, but still, it's like, who's Becky Lynch? Who is she?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, hey, we were talking about wrestling, and I didn't bring it up. Just writing that down here.
Well, I don't know if that falls under wrestling. I brought it up as Mick Foley's crush.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
What else we got going?
Last thing I got. Did you ever watch 24?
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you what. I watched the first episode because Glenn Gilberti loved that show. Loved it, and he was so high on it that I watched the first season. That's it. I just watched the first season.
I loved it too. It's one of my favorite shows. But Fox just ordered a pilot for another 24, but Kiefer Sutherland's not going to be in it, so there's going to be no Jack Bauer. Obviously, you've only seen the first season, but I just can't imagine the show without. He's the show. He is the show. They can do all the real-time deal, an hour equals an hour, and they could do all the multiple cameras and do all the clock and everything that 24 is. But I think if you take Jack Bauer out of that show, it loses its entire appeal, just in my opinion. I don't care who comes in. I just don't think 24 is Kiefer.
Jeff, I'm curious about that. You know why? You're a Bond guy, right?
Right.
So why is it okay that they can keep switching up Bonds?
Well, I wasn't – by the time I got into Bond movies, that was the way it was. You know what I mean? There was always new Bonds. So I'm getting into Bond movies. I'm watching them all. I'm catching them all at the first time.
So when you first started watching Bond, who was James Bond?
Brosnan.
Did you get into it because of him? Or did you go then watch the other movies and the other Bondses and enjoyed them just as much?
I got into it, interesting enough, because of the GoldenEye video game. The video game was so great, it made me want to see the movie. I had never seen a Bond movie at this time. So then I went into that movie. I thought it was good. And then I wanted to research the other movies, and I ended up just liking all the actors. So, that is a good point, but that's also that's just how it is. After 10 seasons of Jack Bauer, 9 seasons, whatever it was, I just can't see the show without him. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. But you talk about Steve Carell leaving The Office. I think this is the exact same thing.
Can you think of where major characters have left the show and been replaced by somebody else where it worked?
Oh man. Now this is where my ADD kicks in and I go blank. Let me try to think of some shows here. I
mean, Carell, that's the perfect example. That, bro, they tried to bring in James Spader and everybody and their mother, and the day he left that, it was over. It was absolutely done.
Right. I know CSI did it. I just never watched it, so I don't know if that worked. They rotated the cast. Heroes, I don't know. I mean, it was a different title, but Heroes was brought back this year, and there was only 3, maybe 4 people from the original series, and only one of them played a major role. And I still enjoyed the show, but it wasn't a success. They're not going to bring it back because the ratings stunk. But that one was okay with me. But, I mean, if you're talking shows with main characters that they removed, Yeah, I can't really. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of one where it just continued without missing a beat.
Well, I know, bro, but I'm going way, way back. I mean, I know, Chrissy Snow was replaced on Three's Company, and I think it took a little bit of a hit because she had a really good character. Bro, they replaced Farrah on Charlie's Angels, when Charlie's Angels went on. So, I mean, I know it's been done, but, again, I think it has a lot to do with too, bro, like how long the show has been on, because people don't know, bro. Farrah Fawcett was in one season of Charlie's Angels and then wanted more money, so they replaced her. So she wasn't in the show long enough for people to start comparing the new Angel. The same thing with Suzanne Summers. After like the first couple of seasons, she wanted more money. They kicked her out. But like Carell, for instance, after 6-7 years, you're not just going to freaking replace this guy. And I guess it's the same with a Sutherland, because how many seasons of 24 did they do?
9. The last one they just did was the 9th one. Yeah.
So he did 9 seasons of that?
Yeah. The original run was 8 seasons, and then they brought it back last year and did a 9th. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. I think the longer it goes, the less of a shot you have of it being over, Bro,
I will say, like, I like these Three Stooges episodes with Shemp, so I don't know. I thought Shemp was funny.
Yeah, he was funny, yeah. I guess the same thing, too, is going to be said about the X-Files, because they got the original actors, but now we're going to have to see how the stories are.
Right.
Yep. Bro, when you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? You watched the season I sent.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
What did you think about the Seinfeld scenes? Like when it was the sign, what did you think of that part? Like he lost all his money in the Madoff thing. Like, what did you think about the Seinfeld stuff in Curb?
I thought it was good, man. Like it made me want the show to come back just watching that stuff.
Yeah.
I know they did some ridiculous things to make it over the top, but I'm like, I would love to see that show come back. And just to see them deal with everything that's changed in the world since then. I loved it, man. Especially the set, and they made so much sense. Okay, Jerry's going to have a new refrigerator by now. You know what I mean? We got to get him a new couch and all this stuff. I just thought that was all cool. Yeah, it was like they didn't miss a beat, man. I would love for that show to come back.
I mean, that's interesting, Jeff, because I know how much you love that show. I love it as well. And bro, like, yeah, I say the same thing. I say, man, if there was ever a reunion, but then on the other side of the coin, like, what would happen, bro, if it fell flat?
Right. Well, see, yeah, like I think a reunion would be a bad idea, a 1-episode deal, because it's going to have even more hoopla than the finale did, and everybody's not going to like it just because they have their anticipation. But if they brought the show back and did a full season, you know what I mean? I think that it would be way more accepted by people if they did a full season and just continued business as usual instead of trying to throw all their eggs into one episode to impress everybody. I'd rather see a season than a 1-episode reunion.
Do you think, Jeff, like part of the reason why that, I mean, probably, that 95% will never, ever happen is because like Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld themselves think that they can never top that?
I don't know. I know that's why Jerry left, is because he didn't want to do anymore because they wanted to go out on top. You know what I mean? They didn't want to stay too long. And that's what he wanted, and that's his legacy now. They went out at the top of their game. So that would change, you know what I mean, if they came back. And maybe he just doesn't want, he likes it the way it is. That's what I wanted. That's what it is. We're done. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah.
I wonder if Larry David would be like, you see this stuff on Curb and it makes me think like Larry David would probably want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I
don't know. But I would love it if they did another season or something, just brought it back and continued business as usual. Reunions, a reunion now. I don't want a reunion.
Yeah. All right, bro. So we got the games, and you've got Carolina and New England, correct?
Yep.
I think I agree with those picks, bro. I think I would go the same exact way. Do you know what the point spreads are, Jeff?
No, I have no idea.
Because I think, bro, I'm going to tell you this, and this isn't going to be a popular choice. I think New England's going to blow out the Broncos.
Let me see if I can find them real quick.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the point spreads are in both games. If I had to guess, oh shoot, I mean, I would guess New England by a field goal, and I would guess Carolina by maybe 2.
All right.
See how close I am to that.
I don't even know what these numbers are. Just give me the spread, man. Okay, New England -3.5, Carolina -3.
Okay, so I was a little off with the Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't feel good about Arizona. I mean, bro, but last week's game when the fact that I think, bro, like when you have luck in the playoffs, I think the luck's gonna run out. Like in other words, when Seattle, when the Vikings missed that 27-yard field goal, they should have been out right there. So they were out the next game. I think the fact that Arizona gave up that Hail Mary at the end, which was a freaking joke. I don't see them going on. I think when you're still alive because of luck, I think sooner or later it's going to catch up with you. That's why I think it's going to be New England and Carolina.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to watch both games, so that's good because I haven't been excited about the NFL beyond the Bills this entire season because of so many penalties, and it's a mess watching the game. It's not fun anymore. But I thought the playoffs have been really exciting and fun so far. Yeah. So I'm really excited. And drama was added. I don't know if you saw this. The referee that flipped the coin in the overtime, he's the referee for the Super Bowl, so he's going to be doing the coin toss.
Oh my God, that's pretty cool. Talk about pressure. You know what I'm saying? Something that little and that ridiculous. Talk about the pressure that's going to be on the guy, man. That's funny. All right, everybody. Well, there you have it. Listen, everything but freaking wrestling. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy, the games. Enjoy, the Royal Rumble if you're going to watch that. We will be back next week. I'm not sure what interviews I'm going to put up on Monday and Thursday, but there will be new interviews. Thursday is probably going to be Pete Gass, and maybe Monday will be either Melissa Santos or Melissa Anderson, who's cheerleader Melissa, who's in season 2 of Lucha Underground. So maybe
that starts Wednesday. So maybe
starts Wednesday. Yeah, so that's why I want to put that up. I'll put one of those them up, so they could promote it a little bit. As a matter of fact, bro, I got to put the Joseph up then.
Right. Yeah, that would be the day after, right?
That would be the day after. I gotta look this because I want to help those guys. I mean, I really want to help those guys.
Let's see. Why don't you do switch just this week? Do the Swerve on Wednesday and Chicken Necks on Thursday, and then you can put the Joseph up Wednesday morning. People will be able to watch that before Lucha Underground that evening, and then you can just put Chicken Necks on Thursday this week.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I just got to get it to Realm early so they can get it up. But we'll figure it out. There'll be interviews next week, and next week Lucha starts, so we'll see how that goes. But that's it, everybody. Again, if you're a member of the brand, just please remember to renew. If you're not a member, you have till the end of the month, $3.95 a month. The code word is brand. Just go to vincerussobrand.com. It's right there on your screen. If you're interested in the TNA plaque with the original members autographed by everybody, please put your bid in at officialvincerusso@gmail.com. As always, Jeff, thanks for joining me, and we will see you all next week.
Pro Wrestling's history class is now in session with Back to the Territories. Join host Jim Cornette and J.J. Dillon as they explore Mid-Atlantic wrestling.
Sitting there with his hands like this was Jim Crockett Sr.
3.5 hours of wrestling history told through rare memorabilia and exclusive footage.
Nothing topped Wahoo McDaniel and Johnny Valentine.
Featuring over an hour of lost Mid-Atlantic film footage from Jim Cornette's collection.
The kid from Minnesota. It was going to be something. Ric Flair.
Head back to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling at shootinterviews.com.